Hello, beach friends. Sanibel Island is known as the seashell capital of the world, and I happen to live just around the corner, so I'm here often walking the beaches, picking up seashells, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Now, Sanibel Island took an almost direct hit from Hurricane Ian, and the effects are clearly still evident. The Sanibel outlets, which are technically on the mainland, are still closed. And of course, the Sanibel Causeway, which was breached. So this road has been worked on literally since the hurricane last September. A lot of the island is under construction and is in the process of being repaired. But the beaches, my friends, are glorious, and today they provided me with a couple of hours of beachcombing heaven. So if you're ready to see what's out there for us today, let's go to the beach. Okay, so it's going to take us just a couple more steps to kind of get in front of the construction. There we are. So now we're at the beach and everything kind of looks normal. I'm actually at the Folger Street entrance. I have a special parking pass that allows me to park here. But if you wanted to come and park over in Sanibel, there are a couple of places that are finally open. Tarpon Bay, Blind Pass, Bowman's, and Gulfside City. All of those places are $5 an hour. I did list how many parking spots are there. I don't think you really need to worry about crowds right about now, and I'll show you that as we go along. But you know what? Less crowds might just mean more seashells. So we're going to see how that works out for me today. So it's myself and 4 other people here. So for all intent and purposes, I have the place to myself. And then I usually just, check out the rack lines. And, it's always good. As long as there's something on the beach, we can work with it. And so, yeah, this looks great. We got ourselves a disc dosenia, one of those hinged bivalves. See a couple more, so good. Good. Let's see if anything special is here. Oh, that's kind of special. So that's a paper fig. Oh, well, it still is a paper fig. I'm not going to keep this particular paper fig because it's got that hole in it. All right, what do we got here? An apple murex. All right, same. I am not going to keep you either. We'll just look. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is go in the water and see what's that visibility like. Is there anything here? Is shelling in the water going to be an option? And pretty quickly, I'm kind of seeing that it's probably just going to be frustrating to try to find things in the water. So I'll just stick to the beach, at least for now. All right, we've got another paper fig. Good sign, right? It's a little bit chewed up on the aperture. Just has some sand in there. Those are pretty shells, and I always seem to find them here on Sanibel. Is this a friend or a seashell? It is a friend. Oh, well, it's also a seashell, but the critter inside there is not quite done. So that is going to stay here. I still like to look at the shells, though, just to kind of admire, see how pretty they are. Oh, a lightning whelk with a big hole, big shell with a big hole. It does bother me when the shells are broken, so I don't typically collect the broken ones. I'm not going to say never, but typically I don't. That is a turkey wing. It's in pretty good shape, so I'm going to hold on to that. And then anytime I come to Sanibel, I kind of go on and on about the scallops. They have such great scallops in Sanibel. And that is a calico scallop. Really beautiful. Here's another bivalve that I happen to like. It's very buttery. That is a buttercup lucine. So lucine is a group of shells. You might find a Pennsylvania lucine or a thick lucine. That happens to be a buttercup. And looks like a couple more. Oh, here we have a duck clam, a channeled duck clam. Also seen these shells called elephant ears or sailor's ears. It does have that little drill hole in it, and so does that buttercup lucine. So some of the critters, kind of like that apple murex, will drill holes into the shells and slurp out the inhabitants. So that one, I don't know what happened. There was no drill hole in there, so I don't know why that particular bivalve expired. But I get to keep the shell. All right, this looks so great. All right, what beautiful scallop. And at this point, hurricane schmurricane, I'm not thinking about it. It's just me, the ocean, the beach, the seashells. So if you did want to come here, believe me, you're not going to be bothered. If you really enjoy the beach, do come. It's fantastic. Right, I can't help myself. I do like to shell in the water, so I will periodically kind of weave on the beach. I'll be up on the rack line where it's dry. I'll just kind of peek in the water to see if there's anything I can find in there. So I'm bobbing, weaving, finding myself a banded tulip, and that's in really good shape too. Very, 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 very common, a little bit south of here, like in Marco Island, but they are a little bit harder to find up here in the Sanibel area. All right. Friend or critter? Oh, so sorry. I just whipped that shell around. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. So that is another fighting conch. So, and we're going to get that garbage into the shell bag. We pick up garbage as we go along as well. Look at that lightning whelk. That's a handsome shell, as is that one. Wonderful. A couple of lovely lightning whelks. Ooh, orange. And that's a calico scallop. Not very common to be that really bright orange every once in a while, which makes it fun because you just don't know what you're going to get. Oh, look at this. Ready? Whap. That was on. Look at this little eyeball sticking out. Oh, it's so cute. So, I don't know. That was kind of graceful, if I had to say. A kind of graceful flip of the shell. 2 more lightning whelks. Okay, dokie. Or is it just one more? Yeah. 1 more lightning whelk. Oh, let's do an even exchange. I'm going to get a buttercup lucine or 2. Well, it's hinged, so might as well get that too. Awesome. And that's what I love about beachcombing. And like, I can pick up the same shell over and over and over. And you don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be in great shape? Is it going to be shiny, broken? Even the sand dollar. So obviously the sand dollar has expired, but it's a little different. It's not your run-of-the-mill sand dollar. It's covered in barnacles. So just check that out. Leave it here. Another apple murex, a little pitted. That does it does bother me. I don't like the pitting on the shell, so I typically won't collect those. We got ourselves another buttercup lucine and lightning whelk. Ooh, that's a good apple murex. Decent color on that. Not perfect, but really pretty apple murex. And then the broad-ribbed cardita. This one was probably jumping out at me because of the color, and they can just vary because they can be all dark and ombre, or they can be kind of white. So those are both broad-ribbed carditas. Fun little shells. I like them. Oh, it's broken. Right, we have a broken true tulip. And, it happens. I just get bummed out because it's so much harder to find the true tulips. That true tulip is going to be on the left there with the banded tulip on the right. And I don't know that I actually ever put them side to side like this and really kind of looked at the difference. They really do have a different shape, don't they? So the true tulip is a little bit more top heavy than the banded tulip. So true tulip on the left, banded tulip on the right. Kind of cool. Lightning whelk. Wow. I'm finding a lot of great size lightning whelks too. Oh yeah. Is that not a beautiful beach or what? All right, so it's me and one other person are out here now. All right, there is a boat down the beach, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Look at the rack line. So this is all shells that were pushed up from a previous high tide, and they just kind of hang out here until somebody comes along and says, hey, shark eye, oh, I wish we had met sooner because you're a really great size, but your bottom is a little bit chewed up. Oh, what a beautiful pear whelk. Just gorgeous. Now, it is gorgeous here, so I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy some beach time. Oh, terrific. Oh, a little true tulip. I know it's got bands and that makes it really confusing between that and the banded tulip, but that is a true tulip. A lovely little orange true tulip. Oh, another paper fig. Okay. Now, that is the one place that if I think paper fig, I do think Sanibel. For whatever reason, there must be a nice little collection of them offshore because I do tend to find them here. A neato paper fig. And a neato apple murex. That one's more white. And that's funny too. They just come in those two kind of varieties, the white base and the kind of like the tan base. So that's an apple murex. Another pear welk. Oh, so pretty. Really pretty. Love the colors on that. Lovely pear welk. That's my next victim. Oh, another apple murex. Terrific. I can't tell what I'm going to go for. There's so many things. All right, just going to check out a little lightning welk. That's a nice look. Oh, it's broken. That's too bad. So that is an apple murex. Probably won't keep it. Again, the whole broken thing. It's just me. Sometimes I keep the broken ones. That's a really pretty paper fig. Really pretty. So that must have been broken, that lace murex. Oh, we have a critter. And I just gonna hang out a second, see if it's gonna do anything funny. No, just yeah, it's killing me. Here you go, buddy. The water is right there. Yeah. Oh, nice chunky beach. Holy cow. That look at that. And please be empty. Oh, yes. Wow. Look how stripy and zigzaggy and awesome. So that's a really cool looking Florida fighting conch. Woohoo. And they're heavy, and I can't help it though. That one was really pretty. Wow. There's so many lightning welks, and not just like little baby ones too. Hey, buddy. Like decent sized ones. So another lightning welk. Awesome. And that is a giant Atlantic cockle. They can be real pretty too. And while I'm here, I might as well just grab that lightning welk. Clearly don't have enough of them today. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah. All right, see, I'm not going to keep that one. Or that, really. Nope, I'm going to pass on that too. It's just not, I like the shells in a little bit better condition, and oh dear, yeah, that's definitely not going to come home. But I do like to look at them. I'm going to think where they've been, how many times they've been rolling around on the beach, how many years they've been here, months. It's not broken. Oh, crown conch. So that's the first one of those we've seen today. I don't see those too often over here. But ooh, that's kind of pretty. Fighting conch, right? Yeah, I think that's a keeper. Right, so the tide is coming in, pushing all these awesome shells in, but at some point it's going to actually end up covering it. Another lovely lightning welk. Strange. A lot of those hinged buttercup lucines too, and just that size too. I guess that's kind of like juvenile size. So right about now, all right, I see two people in front of me. So there's two other people, nothing behind me. All those buildings are going to be empty. They just need a lot of work. It's going to take some time. And nobody else that way. So I really kind of feel like I just have this whole place to myself. And look at all the fun things on the beach. I'm feeling a little guilty, but I'm glad that I can at least record this, right? And kind of bring you guys along on my little trip with me. And I know there's no one here, and well, that's strange, but hey, who am I to question a strangely placed lightning welk on the beach? I'll go ahead and take that. Wow. Another. Oh, that's a great looking shell. More. Wow. All right, the fighting conchs, luckily some of them have a critter in them, so I'm not adding it to my bag, but I just love looking at the shells, kind of examining them, checking them out. Wow. And so today's crazy lightning welk day. Now, it's one thing, they are relatively common, the smaller ones, but again, to find them a little bit bigger is unusual. Beautiful apple murex. Yeah, it's, wow. Another? All right, that one I think I can probably leave here. I think I can do it. Yep. Okay. But this, so that, I know I picked up a couple already, but I never get to see the hinged buttercup lucines, so I do like checking out the unusual things. So here is another paper fig. Oh, it's so pretty. And then we'll check out this lightning welk. So it's a lightning welk egg casing. So that is the egg casing, or little baby lightning welks. They're going to have their little shell and everything in those tiny little egg casings. So the ones that were in here, hopefully hatched. It is empty, and the casing looks a little bit older. It's kind of deteriorating at this point. So it doesn't look like there's anything in those little egg cases. So that's a good thing. And then here's another little one. Oh, so they will bury the end of it on the seafloor, and this has come undone. So this is a pear whelp, and we can see the little baby shells in there. So I don't know if it's viable, because I don't know when that came loose and how long this has been kind of rolling around on the beach. But I'm going to try to bury that end in the sand again, or, in the water, and try to give those shells fighting chance. Who knows? Maybe they only need a couple more hours to kind of cook and hatch, right? I just don't know. So I don't know if it's going to help or not, but I'm going to bury the end and hope for the best. Oh, a quahog. Huh. So that is probably a southern quahog. Yep. It's not any of that lovely purple. And it was buried for a little while, so it turned kind of that blue color. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to hold on to that. It's a little bit weird, so I do like the unusual things. Pretty little quahog. A pen shell. So that is a sawtooth pen shell, also known as a beach taco because it looks like a beach taco. Now on this particular pen shell, though, we did have a couple little friends in there. So we had some arcs. And I don't know what they're doing, but they do appear to be alive. So I'm going to actually put the shell that was on the beach in the water. Give those critters a little bit of a chance. Okay, in and out of the water. What do we got here? Oh, a crowned conch. It's just a piece. Yeah, I know it's broken, but isn't that beautiful? So that I'm making an exception. It's broken, but I am going to keep that little chunk of crown conch. Uh-oh. All right, it's a critter anyway. Not taking it, but that one's empty. Let's see. Whoa, it looks like that aperture was broken. Oh yeah. Wow, probably had to repair itself a couple times. So I feel like now I'm on the hunt for a fighting conch. Like I managed to pass those other ones up. Which one of these? How about you? All right, you're empty but broken. Oh. Well, hi there. You're not broken. You got some zigzags, little white markings, and oh yeah, you'll do. All right, next victim. Apple murex. Very pitted and a little older, but look at the size of that. So that's a really big apple murex. I'm just kind of marveling over. Wow. Don't normally find them that big. So that's really cool. It's unfortunate, you know, it's kind of been a little older. I could have kept it, but I did decide to leave it at the beach. Pear whelk. So I picked this up and it just kind of got me thinking about the different shells, the dextral shells and the sinistral shells. So this is a dextral shell, and you can kind of see it spirals clockwise. So imagine the center, and then if you're going to go around the clock, it's going to go clockwise. And so that's a dextral shell, unlike the lightning whelk, which is a sinistral shell. So when you're looking at that centerpiece, imagine again like a clock, but it's going to go reverse. It's going to go counterclockwise. So that's what makes the lightning whelks sinistral versus dextral. Kind of cool. This is neither. That is a moon snail. It's a shark eye. It's awful pretty. Awesome. Is a keeper. And that is a bone of some sort. Vertebrae, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I did okay in biology, but frankly, I just have no clue what that is. Maybe somebody else can kind of help me. I think I might have found that before. I'm not going to guess. All right, fish. I think it's some sort of fish. Oh, no, buddy. What are you doing up here? All right, it moved a little. Okay. Let's get you in the water, and I'm hoping I can maybe save you. Let's see. Yup. Yep, that animal is retracting in the shell. It needed to be in the water. All right, friend. Awesome. So, yep, this little critter, I'm probably walking it just a little bit further into the water. Oh, please be no. And it happens. Oh, man, that's pretty. Super pretty shells. Hey, look, I've got enough. I mean, certainly can't complain. Wow, that's beautiful and empty. Oh, yeah, almost like caramel. Oh, it's so pretty. Another paper fig. Lovely. I don't know how they survive. They actually feel kind of delicate and thin. Another murex. Nice shape, not quite as large as that big one we found. Nice. Paper fig, apple murex. And that's just straight up gorgeous. That's what that is. Oh, it's a fighting conch. Look at the color. It's got a white line on it. Yeah, I can go on and on. Lovely fighting conch. Oh, and I better rescue this lightning whelk, this sinistral lightning whelk. What else? And another? Oh, well, no, not that one. That one we can leave here. But we'll just take that fighting conch and, oh dear. Well, what about this one? They just gotta keep washing up. Yeah, I'll keep that one. It's got a couple little like barnacle marks on it, but it's not broken. Okay, paper fig. We have that hinged buttercup lucine. There we go. That one's not broken. We'll hold on to those two. Oh, well, hi there. Cuban land snail. Or it's actually a Cuban brown snail. So every once in a while, that land snail shell will end up on the beach. So that is a Cuban brown snail, along with some other, a bivalve and a gastropod. Ooh, oh man. It's just because of the size. I'm going to pick it up, just kind of check it out, and again, just kind of wish we had met earlier. And leave it here. Yeah, but I got plenty of broken shells. Because I'll pick it up and say, oh, I'm going to use it for this and that, and it kind of just goes in a box. And eventually, I'm going to make another mirror or something. So I think about that and this awesome apple murex. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, look how cute. These little eyeballs. My friend, its little nose. It's a proboscis. It's kind of like a trunk. Oh, he's just being so cute. All right. Oh, it's probably mad because I have my thumb where its operculum, the end of its foot is. It's not able to swing around. I'll have to remember that maybe for the future. Whoa. All right. It's not mine. I ran into another lady on the beach, and guess what? I know. Not only did she find this one, that's why I dropped my hand. She found, well, look at that. Holy cow. But guess what? Yep, she found that too. So as I was holding her first monster, she told me that she found a Junonia. So it's possible she found that Junonia today on Sanibel, or actually I like to think of it as it found her. So my Junonia hasn't found me yet. That's okay. It will one of these days. Just might not be today on this beach. And that's okay. Because Lord knows I'm certainly finding enough seashells to make me really happy. And it's got like just a little bit of purple on the tail. Holy cow, that's pretty. Oh yeah. Florida fighting conch. That too. Oh, but that has a critter. Wow, that orange is gorgeous. So that's another kind of like a mustardy color. I'll put it by you. Are you empty? Nope. You got a critter in it too. Beautiful. Oh, all right. This is garbage, so I will take that off the beach. I guess technically they could be used, but I'm probably just going to put it in the garbage. And here we have a giant Atlantic cockle. Looks like a heart. It is a member of the Cardiidae family. That comes from the cardia heart. So that is a giant Atlantic cockle. Kind of fun that it's hinged and empty like that. This is also super fun. Oh, look at the rich color on that. Yeah. That is so beautiful. And that kind of like green stuff, that comes right off with bleach. Thank goodness, man. I wish I could remember who gave me that tip, but boy, am I thankful. So that little apple murex just resisted a little when I tried to pick it up. So I figured, yeah, it was attached to something. And I find them every now and then. I call it sucking on a shell. I don't know what it's doing. But hey, you go on, you do your apple murex thing. With these lightning whelks. Can you believe this? Look at the size of that. And there's nobody else here. Oh dear. Well, it looks like that whelk probably had to repair itself a couple times. It was broken and it repaired itself. Wow. Lovely, lovely shell. Look at that purple. All right, there was a whole thing. I used to not really believe that the whole purple thing was special. I've been converted. I like the purple on the inside. That wasn't super duper purple, but still super beautiful. So trying again, kind of see what's in here. Try my luck. Yeah. Nope. Today is not the day to go shelling in the water, but you never know. It can clear up as you go down the beach. It can change. And you never know. I just kind of weave up and down the beach, looking for things that catch my eye. And we have been together for a little while. So at this point, we're going to continue next week. And let me just say, like a crescendo, it just kind of builds. We're going to find this, but it's not the shell. It's the animal. We're going to say hi to this adorable box crab. And we're going to find some awesome seashells. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. This is what we find. It gets crazy. So thank you so very much, Patreons. Welcome aboard new Patreons. Every month I welcome new Patreons. Thank you so much for considering and supporting me. I can't thank you enough. And everybody else who comes along for the ride, thank you. Next week, we are going to continue this. I have a couple other shelling trips under my belt that I really can't wait to share. The other week, I found 30 alphabet cones. So that is coming in the future. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you again next Sunday.